Conference announced it looks to implement daily COVID-19 testing for student athletes in close contact sports by using rapid test machines that are expected to arrive on campuses by the end of September.
We had news today. Adrian Peterson released from Washington, despite the fact that the 35-year-old running back was very productive for them the last 2 seasons, leading the team with close to 2,000 yards rushing and 12 TDs. Sources tell Adam Schefter he still wants to play this season, however. Serena Williams takes down Margarita Gasparyan in straight sets Thursday night at the U.S. Open, setting up an All-American third-round showdown with Sloane Stephens, who won the U.S. Open and 2017. However, Serena holds a 5-1 advantage in the series with Stephens.
Meanwhile, Andy Murray's comeback run at the U.S. Open has come to an end. The 3-time Grand Slam champ, who is still working his way back from a pair of hip operations, was knocked out by Felix Auger-Aliassime 6-2, 6-3, 6-4 today in the second round of the tournament. His first straight sets defeat in the first week of a Grand Slam tournament in 14 years.
Okay, after Wednesday and the way the NBA games ended, we deserved last night. We deserved it!
Yeah!
Raptors, Celtics, Raptors trailing 2-0 in the series. No team's ever rallied back from a 3-0 deficit, and it was good at the end. 1 minute to play, Raptors down 4. Lowry drives inside, tough layup off the glass. Raptors cut it to 2. 33 seconds left now. Still down a bucket. Fred VanVleet, look at the acrobats, makes it 25 points on the night for VanVleet. We're tied at 101. The shot clock is turned off. So ensuing Celtics possession. There's just 10 seconds left. Now watch this pass. Ooh, I was like, how does this happen? And now the Celtics are going to win this game. Kemba Walker takes advantage of the quadruple team and finds Daniel Tice. Half a second on the clock. It's done. It's over. He's just able to spot him. I'm thinking, come on, Gasol. Like, how do you not drop down and find Tice? How does this happen? Unbelievable no look through the seam. The Celtics are up by 2. And again, it's going to take some last second, not even last second, last half second heroics for Toronto to tie this thing up. They call a timeout. They're going to inbound from half court. Celtics bring in Taco Fall, all right? The man is, well, as Kyle Lowry put it, 7'12". Keep an eye on OG Anunoby. He hasn't attempted a single shot in the second half. Look at the pass from Lowry and the shot. Oh, come on! Game over! Game blouses! Raptors!
Anunoby catch and shoot. Oh! Down the bottom of the well for OG Anunoby. Toronto wins it. OG splashes it home on the cross-court pass from Lowry. I have seen it all.
OG with a look. Got it! OG Anunoby at the buzzer! OG! Oh my!
Unbelievable! The Raptors win off the efforts of OG and Kyle Lowry.
I don't shoot trying to miss. Like every shot I shoot, I try to make it, so I was gonna act surprised because I wasn't surprised.
The pass was nothing. OG made the shot. All the credit goes to the shot, and it's a tough shot. Give OG that credit. I don't. The pass was just to get it to a guy like OG. That's OG's moment, man, and that's a great moment for that kid. And I'm so happy and so proud of him, man. And don't take away, the pass meant nothing. The shot was everything.
Like I was excited. Everyone was excited for me, so it was cool. Someone hit me in the nose, but, so I was kind of mad about that, but it's cool.
And I loved how he just sort of walked off, right? Like after he hits it, like, yeah, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
The Celtics were a buzzer beater away from leading a series 3-0, money in the bank in the NBA. I mentioned it. Teams are 139-0 all time in a best of 7 when they go up 3-0. But instead, they find themselves up 2-1. Still not bad news, though, because the Celtics are 42-4 in that situation, though one of the 4 losses did come 2 years ago against the Cavs in the East Finals. As for how the Celtics are feeling about that shot, well,
25 on the clock. We just needed one stop to win the game, and we ended up losing. Can't give up a 3 at the end of the game. They made a remarkable shot still, but it's a disgrace. It's terrible. No excuse for it at all. You know what I mean? It was ridiculous. No way we should have lost that game. I take responsibility for that, not just that play, but a lot of the plays before. And it happens. It's the NBA playoffs. Either you let them gain momentum, or you come back and be ready to play next game.
We're joined now by someone who undoubtedly yelled, Nigeria! when OG Anunoby sunk that three-pointer at the end. Our NBA analyst, Chiney Ogwumike. I mean, I don't know, Chiney. Unreal. Give me your biggest takeaway from that buzzer-beating victory for Toronto.
Gotta love people with the OG in their name. You know, Chiney Ogwumike, I had to. Hope is clearly still alive for the North, and the biggest takeaway I have is that Kyle Lowry is the real engine that is behind the Raptors machine, a real competitor with a high basketball IQ. He's a point guard that everyone wants to play with because on defense, he really surrenders himself to the team. He's, I think, top guard in NBA regular season with charges drawn. He's up there in that category almost every year. And on offense, he just keeps attacking. He had 31 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. We all know he's not the biggest guy out there, but of course the play of the night and the pass of the year, maybe. No shot by OG Anunoby without that perfect pass right into the shooting pocket by Kyle Lowry. So, you know, he played 46 minutes. Every one of those minutes counted. Every one of those seconds counted. 0.5 seconds is enough to save your season. We learned that through the amazing play of Kyle Lowry and, of course, the shot by OG.
Chiney, hold on. Let's go now to the other game where, you know, the Raptors. From Kawhi, where Kawhi got his first ring, to where now he's chasing a new one with the Clippers and Nuggets. Denver coming off a highly emotional series against the Jazz, stretching all the way to 7 games. They were depending on Jamal Murray, who played a total of 266 minutes in the first round against the Jazz. Here he is.
You guys both look gassed, both sides. And the Clippers, we know, is going to be a rugged test. Between now and Thursday, what do you do?
We play Thursday? You don't get 2 days off?
No. No, it's Thursday.
Man, well, that's a bummer.
See, that reaction from Murray said it all right there. He'd have to carry a huge load for the Nuggets against the Clippers. He did not get off to a strong start. He finished with just 12 points on 5-for-5 shooting. But let me tell you, the Nuggets had more problems all night besides Murray's production. They were trying to throw everybody towards Kawhi's way. Here, Jeremy Grant, he couldn't do anything. Later in the third, working on Paul Millsap. Leonard gets the tough shot to fall in. And finally, working on Torrey Craig here, crosses him up and hits another tough jumper in the lane. Leonard just having his way against the Nuggets. The Clippers would go on to win 120-97. The Bubble's been a historic venue for Kawhi, making history of his own right there, becoming just the 5th player in NBA history to score at least 29 points in each of his team's first 7 playoff games, and he's the first to do that in quite a while. Michael Jordan was the last to do it back in the late 80s before MJ. It was Bob McAdoo and Kareem, and of course Elgin and Baylor. So, Chiney, what's the biggest reason behind Kawhi and the Clippers' dominance last night?
Well, this is the Clippers team that we've been waiting for, a complete team with a variety of contributions. The Clippers have used 33 different starting lineups this season, but we're finally back to the one that probably suits them best. One that includes Patrick Beverley, in the words of Doc Rivers, who is their defensive captain. And this is perfect timing because he can unleash all of that defensive energy on Jamal Murray. And Kawhi Leonard, of course, leading the way offensively. They got a boost from Marcus Morris as an additional scorer. And here's a really good sign for the Clippers nation. Lou Will and Montrezl Harrell were both in double figures off the bench. That tandem is one of the best in the NBA. So the Clippers look like they're hitting their stride at the right time.
And Kawhi, 15 straight playoff games with at least 20 points. Reasonable to think he'll be back. Know who else is coming back? Chiney to preview tonight's slate. Thank you, Chiney.
So Flyers winger Oskar Lindblom was having a breakout 2019-2020 season, tied for a team-leading 11 goals through 30 games. And then in December, the 24-year-old received devastating news. He was diagnosed with a rare bone cancer, Ewing sarcoma, that resulted in months of chemotherapy in Philadelphia. Treatment that just was completed in July. But Lindblom back in the lineup last night for the first time in 271 days. And in a big one, his Flyers team facing elimination. We take you there now as he talks about returning to the ice.
I was trying to think positive thoughts during the whole chemo, and I mean, I knew that I'm gonna play one day, but I didn't know when. So I mean, today was the day, and I'm just lucky to be out there and be with these guys.
This kid has so much courage.
I mean, he played unbelievable too.